2015 question, but simple, same concept, try to answer. Everyone should answer. Very basic data is there. Just read the given data and try to complete the same question, same model, everything is same, but you have to understand given data properly. Just I am giving the clues here. A father is 9 times as old as his son. If you consider son age is x, father becomes 9x. A father is 9 times as old as his son, and the mother is, in case directly if you take father mother relation other than this, because they are comparing 3 persons, whenever they are comparing 3 persons, the father's age is, we can take other method here, because we are comparing 3 persons, father's age is 9 times of son, and mother's age is 8 times of son. So 8 times of son. So if you take son is as it is, yes, or we can take x, son age is x, father age becomes 9x, so mother age becomes 8x. Instead of x, we can take s also. No issue. Very good. Everyone is taking 3 years. Let's see. We'll see that. Okay. These are the 2 points. And then sum of the father's and mother's age is 51 years. That is, you take 9s plus 8s, because father's and mother's age is equal to 51. Whenever you take like this, so what is the question that is you have to focus? What is the age of the son? We have to find out s value. If you want to find out s value, just simplify this data. So 9 and 8, 17, s is equal to 51, right? This is 51 only. Clear? Now, if it is a 51, if you want to find out s, so 51 divided by 17. Clear? So definitely it becomes 3 times only. So 3 years is the correct answer. I hope everyone is doing correct, means definitely everyone is following properly and everyone is understanding properly. I hope it's a clear or not. Tell me. We'll move to one more question. Right? This is another question. This is a just simple model question, but based on the same previous question, this is the model question. Everyone should complete this question after the class. This is a homework. Then we will discuss some more questions from percentages, because percentage concept is very, very important. Take this question as a homework and try to complete after the class. But regularly I am giving 1 or 2 questions as a homework. Everyone is doing or not? Yes, very good, very good, very good. Now, we'll move to next concept. That is percentages. Percentage concept is very, very, very important for total quantitative aptitude, or whatever you can call basic maths. It's mandatory, percentages, because we should have minimum clarity about the percentages, but no need to by heart anything, because sometimes every student by heart like 20% means what is a fractional in the ratios, or what in the fractions what is the value, 30% is what is the fraction value, 50% means what, 70% means what, 80 is what. All these things no need to by heart for CSAT paper. We are not writing bank exam, we are not writing SSC exams. It's not at all important. Only what is the percentage, how to calculate and what to do, right? That is only important. Because always in the UPSC paper, if you observe previous year question, any topic, most of the cases, whatever topic we have discussed last 2 days and today, most of the cases every number UPSC gives which is easily to cancel and easily to simplify. All the numbers are very, very simple numbers you will get. You can simplify very, very easily. There is no difficult type of things. So that's why no need to by heart anything. So don't take stress to answer these type of questions. Very simple way how to score good marks in a CSAT paper. To good marks in the sense to clear that particular qualifying marks. Very easy if you follow these particular regular classes. See, along with this perfect 2021 prelims test series, we are providing these additional classes. Only the thing is to give the more additional content to the Vishnu IAS students. Definitely we are giving additional benefits from this particular test series, so you have to utilize that. At any time, if you have any doubts in this particular CSAT paper, that may be maths part or that may be reasoning part, you can ask anytime. Definitely I'll try to clarify your doubts, but for every topic I'll give practice questions also, don't worry. So you can practice only that question, just follow regular these mock tests as well as these classes. Definitely you will get more and more clarity. Even still, if you have doubts, definitely I'll try to clarify doubts also from, so Vishnu IAS Academy, regularly we will provide every content. So now if you talk about percentages, understand this. Percent means what? Percent. Clear? Out of. Per means out of 100. For example, if you have 20, what is the percentage of out of 100? Like this we have to calculate. Now, simple basic calculation questions. I have taken some questions. Once you understand these basic calculations, you will get the complete clarity of the percentages concept, what is necessary for CSAT paper 2. That is only we are focusing here. Now let's see how to convert these type of things. If you know this, how to apply the same concepts in the word related problem, that is we are getting in a UPSC paper. Clear? In a CSAT paper, whatever model questions we are getting, in that questions we will use these concepts. That's why first understand these concepts. Tell me what is the value of this. Try to complete. Very simple. 20% of 300. 20% of 300 is what? 20% of 300. 20 by 100 into 300. What we are getting? 60. Is it correct or wrong? Yes, very good. That much we should know. So this is enough. You take any percentage question, will take so many previous year questions as well as some model questions. But you take any question, only these concepts will help. Try to understand second one also. Try to answer second question also. 30% of x. 30% means what we can take here? 30 by 100 into x is equal to 6. 30% of some x value is equal to 6. What is the x value here? You have to calculate. Only these points will help in the exam. Yes, very good. Both are doing fantastic. Perfect. Now, let's how to find out this. X is equal to 60 into 100 divided by 30 and 2 times, that is 200. So, if you know this much simplifications, that is enough to answer all the UPSC level questions very easily. But understanding that word problems given data is important. Using these concepts, some more concepts also there. Just understand these two questions. Try to answer third one. Express 25% in a fraction. 25% means what? How to write this in a fractions? Divided by 100. How to write down this? Just simplify. Only simple simplifications are there. Just if you know this, you can answer any question. Similarly, this 75% means by 100. Just we will do 75 divided by 100. Percent. 75 out of 100. In fractions you have to take, not in a percentage. That is a percentage is there. Percentage of fraction how to convert. Percentage to fraction we have to convert. So 25 4 times, it's a 1 by 4. Directly you can take 75 by 100. How to convert into fractions? Simple. What we can do? Yes, very good. It's a 3 by 4. Clear everyone? 25 4 times, 25 3 times, it will be cancelled. 3 by 4 you will get. So from these 4 examples, what we are understanding here is, in this example we are taking how to convert percentage to fraction. Previous 2 examples, how to find out actual percentage. And then another concept is there in the basic points. Try to understand this one also. Convert 1 by 4 into percentage. 3 by 4 into percentage. Tell me how to convert this. Just now we calculated, but the reverse of the previous one. This is in the fractions or ratios. That ratios how to convert into percentages. Try to convert everyone. It's a simple concept. Try to convert. Very good. 25 and 75. Very good. Nagadurga. Right. Let's see. So how to do this? 1 by 4 times is there. How to convert into percentage? Just multiply with 100. Whenever you are getting these concepts in the actual UPSC questions, you have to able to convert in this manner. That's why I given all the basic important points or conversions which are useful for UPSC type of question, that is CSAT paper 2. If you observe, if you analyze all the previous year questions in from 2015 onwards till 2020, whatever questions are there, every question is utilizing only these 6 examples I given. These 6 examples are important. Now in this case, just simplify this one. How much percentage? 25 percentage. So 3 by 4 into 100, again we will do same thing. 25 times and total 25 into 3, 75 percentage we will get. But it can be any number. It can be any number. Just I given very basic things to understand concept very quickly and clearly. If everyone clear with these type of questions, let's will move to some previous year questions also. But everyone tell me clear or not up to this. The scoring 66 marks is not a difficult task in a UPSC CSAT paper 2 because we required only 33% of marks, but we should have full clarity on each and every topic because accuracy matters a lot in the exam. So otherwise we have negative marks are there. So accuracy, you have to focus on accuracy. Just if you are preparing some topic, you should be good in that particular topics. For that point of view, for that purpose, we are providing here from our institute, so from Vishnu IAS Academy, we are providing complete concepts of CSAT maths and reasoning part. Just attend these classes. Every concept very clearly you can understand. Other than these classes, no need to go to any other place to understand these concepts. Don't waste your time spending in multiple books, and don't spend on different books. Don't purchase some kind of standard books and all these things. It's not a right time to prepare on all these things. Everything I am providing here. Just understand these points, definitely you can score very good marks. Let's take some examples from some previous year questions of percentage. Let's take the first question from 2015. Just try to understand the given data and try to answer, at least try to read the given data. I'll explain. This question is somewhat lengthy, but if you don't have idea, you will get wrong answers. But very carefully you have to answer. If you have basic idea, very simple. But try to take all these points. Try to read given data first. So what data we have here, one by one we have to understand very clearly. Directly, if you have idea these type of question, without doing any formulas, without using any formulas, no need to by heart anything. Directly for our CSAT paper level, no need to by heart anything. That's most important thing, because you have to remember so many things in the GS paper 1. That's why you should be very clear with the CSAT paper 2. So I am telling very clearly, it's not required. Very easily how to answer this question, just understand this. 45% of the population read magazine A. Magazine A, how many members? 45%. Magazine B is a 55%. And magazine C is 40%. And magazine up to C, we have only 3 magazines are there, 3 values are there. But after this, what we have? 30% read magazine A and B. A and B is 30%. Later we have B and C. B and C is 15%. And later we have A and C is 25 percentage. All these are in percentages, that's why I'm not mentioning, but directly this is individual A, B and C, but AB, BC and AC. Everything we are taking 2 times, just understand here. But already individual A, B, C we are taking. Maybe you can take in this case in the form of Venn diagrams also. In the form of Venn diagrams. Let's understand this. If you make like this, only individual A up to this portion. How much? 45. Only C, only B is how much? 55. Only C is 40. In this manner, if you observe very clearly, this common portion is A and B. This common portion is, this is A, this is B, this is C. A and C. This common portion is B and C. And exactly middle one, A, B, C, total. A plus B plus C. In the question itself, we got one more point. 25% read magazine A and C, and 10% read all the 3 magazines, means A plus B plus C is equal to 10%. Whenever we have like this, if you got this kind of Venn diagrams, directly we can apply simple formula. Individual whatever numbers are there, that is 45 plus 55 plus 40. And whatever 2 combinations are there, AB, BC, AC. What we are getting here? Total 30. We have to subtract the 3 numbers. Minus 30, minus 50 and minus 25. Finally, A plus B plus C we got 10. That is, we have to take again addition 10 times. If you simplify this, you will get the answer. So 25 plus 50, clear, 40. This minus 40 and plus 40 will cancel directly. And here again 30 is there. If you subtract 10 from here, remaining 20. If you subtract from this 55, 55 is the remaining from this data. 55 plus from this 25. How much we are getting? 55 plus 25. So actually, so 80% we are getting from this. But what is the question here? What percentage do not read any magazine? How many persons are reading? 80% are reading the magazine. How many percent are not reading? Means 100% is the total. 100 minus 80 is simple. So 20% of people not reading the magazine. 20%. It's 20. Very good. Very good. It's 20 is the correct answer directly. Let's move to another question. Let's move to another question. Simple. It's 2015 question. Very easy. You can complete. Try to answer. Everyone is taking correct answer for the first question. Another question is that try to complete same procedure. Just read the given data. You take any topic from mathematics or quantitative, generally understanding given data is perfect, important. Once you understand that, you can answer any question. Simple. What data we have in a test? A candidate attempted only 8 questions. So one candidate attempted only 8 questions and secured 50% of marks. I am taking one question is equal to 10 marks. Just easy, for easy calculation point of view, I am taking just 10 marks. You can take any number, 10 marks. If one question is right, how many marks you will get? 10 marks. Just I am assuming this. One question is equal to 10 marks if you consider like that. If this candidate is attempted how many questions? 80 questions attempted. Clear? In the test, a candidate attempted only 8 questions and secured 50% of marks. How many attempted? 8 questions attempted. 8 questions, how many are correct? Only 50% is correct. Means one question carries 10 marks. So 8 questions carries 80 marks. But how many marks he scored? Only 50 percentage. Directly out of 80 marks, that is 8 questions means 80 marks. So he scored only 40 marks. For that, no need to apply any formulas. See, 80 is the total. To take 50 percentage is not required. So directly you can take 40 by 2. So up to this is clear, guys. Now let's take one more important point from this data. If he obtained a total of 40 percentage in the test and all questions in the test carried equal marks, all questions equal marks, we are taking same thing. And how many questions were there in the test? How many questions were there? Total how many questions are there in the test? That is your. How many marks he scored? Only 40 marks. That is a 50 percentage of the given attempted questions. Now, just the second line is very important. If he obtained a total of 40 percentage in the total questions, how much percentage? 40 percentage. Total percentage, if you consider, see, 40 percentage is equal to 40 marks. He scored 40 marks. That 40 marks is equal to how much percentage? That candidate is obtained 40 percentage of marks. In the percentage it is a 40. In the marks wise it is a 40. So 40 percentage 40 means 100 percentage becomes 100 only. So total test for 100 marks. If total test for 100 marks, how many questions are there? Each question we are assumed 10 marks. So 100 by 10 is equal to 10 questions are there. Is it clear, guys, everyone? Very simple calculation. Why only examiner UPSC given these numbers 8, 50, 40 and all these things? How much simple this is, simplification and calculations. Very simple. For this point of view, we don't require any specialization in the maths. Even if you are a non-math student or whatever, you can answer this question very easily. Everyone clear or not? Otherwise, we'll discuss one more time also. No problem. No issue. Tell me. If it is clear, we'll move to another question. Yes, very good. Very good. Now, okay. Now, everyone should complete this 2015 question. Again, if you observe, only in 2015 we got 3 to 4 questions. I am giving complete overview of the CSAT paper, topic wise, every previous year question and concepts also. That's why everything you are getting in a single place, right? No need to go to search previous year question, no need to understand the basic concepts from other places. Everything I am giving from here. So you have to utilize these points daily, right? Let's just try to read the given data and try to complete. Just understanding this data is important. What we have, a candidate is in a competitive examination consisted of 60% of men and 40% of women. I am assuming total members are 100. Total members are 100. Out of 100%, so candidates in the competitive examination consisted of 60% of men, 40% of women. We are talking about men and women. Take men value separate and women value separate. Or individual you can calculate. Multiple methods are there. Very simple way how to calculate this. First to focus only on men value 70%. Understand the first data first. See, total 60% of men are there, 40% women. That is, men are 60, women are 40. If you take. Now, out of 100 members, 60% men and 40 members are women. 60 men and 40 women. Out of that, 70% men and 70% women are cleared the qualifying test and entered the final test. How many are cleared out of this 60? If you talk about men, total 60 members. Out of 60 members, 70% of men cleared the first prelims test, that is we can call as a qualifying test. How many cleared? Only 70% is cleared. In the women's, how many cleared? 75. First talk about men only. Out of 60 men, how many cleared? 70 percentage. 70 percentage of the 60. 70 by 100 into 60. And the final test where 80 percentage of men and 70%. It's a percentage, successive percentages. See, if you do first this value, then if you have to do same thing, further directly I am taking into 2 times percentage, 80 percentage by 100. Directly you take, you will get men value. For female value also you have to do same thing. For female, what is the total? 40. What is the first percentage? 75 divided by 100 into, what is the total? 40 women are there. Out of 40 women, 75 cleared prelims. That is a qualified in this particular qualifying exam. They entered mains test. In that main test, how many women cleared? 70. That is 70 percentage means 75 100. Just simplify this one. Very simple. If you simplify, zeros will cancel here, and one more zero will cancel here. Just if you simplify what we are getting, just tell me. Right? 7 into 6 into 8 divided by 10. What we are getting, tell me from this. Similarly, from the second value, first value simplify, 7 into 6 into 8 divided by 10. And here what we will get, directly you can take a simplification of these two zeros will cancel. 75 percentage means directly you can simplify 25 4 times and 3 times. So 4 times you can cancel here. That is finally you are getting 3 by 4 into 4 into 7. So 4 4 will cancel, 21. Second we are getting 21. What is the value of the first one? The first one, are you getting 33? Exactly. How you will get 33? Second one you will get 21, guys. How you are getting 25, Divya? Why not 60 by 100? See, 60 by 100 we are not taking like that. Nagadurga, just try to understand. Right, okay. Just once again, total 100 members are there, for example, who are attempting the test, 100 members are there. Out of 100, 60 percentage means how much? 60 members. Out of 100, 60 percentage means 60 men I am taking. 60 percentage. After doing percentage only, for the simplification point of view, we are taking 60. We are assuming total men and women is 100. Total men and women is 100. If total men and women is 100, divide 60 percentage, 40 percentage. Out of 100, 60 percentage means 60. Out of 100, 40 means 40. This is clear, guys? This first point is clear? If it is clear, we can simplify. Okay. If this point is clear, you can simplify this. 2 times percentages. First prelims test 1, this is the qualifying test. This is a mains test. Clear? So, in the prelims test, in the qualifying test, how many candidates are cleared? Only 70 percentage out of 60 men. 60 men only we have taken, not for total. Clear? Then, if you simplify this one, what we are getting? Clear? Right, what is the value now, tell me? So 42 into 8, if you take 6, 1, clear? Right, 336, I think 33 point something, right? 33.6. Here we will get 21. These are the two values we are getting exactly. Clear? Out of this, what is the question? Which of the following statement is correct? Now if you observe, success rate is higher for women? No, success rate is higher for men. And overall success rate is below 50? No, overall if you take both is higher. More men cleared the examination than women. So option C is the correct. More men cleared the examination compared to women. This is the condition. Very simple data. I hope now clear. Yes, very good. Now let's try to solve one more. Here 2016 question is there, but very simple data, very easy. Just understanding this data is important. Very basic, simple. 5 percentage, only one time percentage is there. Easily you can answer. Try to complete. Within seconds you can answer. Single line question. What is the answer? Now just take this point. There is an order of 19,000. There is an order of 19,000 quantity of a particular product. What is the order? 19,000 order is there on particular product. One particular product we require 19,000 units we require from a customer. Clear? The firm produces 1,000 quantity of that product per day. Per day, how many it is producing? That company is producing. The firm is producing only 1,000 units per day. Per day, it is producing 1,000 units. But out of which 5% are unfit. If out of 1,000, 5% unfit means we don't use that. We cannot give to the customer. If it is unfit, 5% means how much? So 50 only. Clear or not? 5%. How much? 50. If 5% is 50, what is the remaining 95% out of this 1,000? If you subtract 50 from 1,000, what we will get? 950. What is this 950? Per day, 950 items, 950 pieces we are producing from that firm, because 5% remaining 50 are unfit. So, in how many days will the order will be completed? Per day we are completing 950. Based on this calculation, how many days we required to give this particular order of 19,000? 19,000 divided by this value already we calculated 950. Simplify this one. Simplify this one. What we are getting? So almost if you cancel this 95 if you take double, obviously 1900. So definitely 20 times. 20 times. Sorry, 20 days. It's not time, days, because day wise we are completing 950. So 20 days is the answer. 20 days is required. Yes, C. Correct. I hope everyone is following properly now. Now let's take one more question. Let's see. This is also exact important model, because here data is very lengthy. Still we can answer very easily. Try to understand the data. Data is very lengthy, but still you can answer very easily. Understand what we have very clearly. Anita's mathematics test had 70 problems. Total how many problems are there? 70. Carrying equal marks. So each question we can take 1 mark only. That is 10 arithmetic, 10 algebra, 10 geometry. Although she answered 70% of arithmetic. See, total questions are 70. Total 70. Out of that 70, 10 arithmetic are there, 10 algebra are there, 10 geometry. Out of these three particular parts, out of these 10 arithmetic questions, she attempted 70%. Can you write like this? 10 into 70% plus second value is what? 30 algebra. Out of these 30 questions, how many she attempted? 30 into only 40% in algebra, 40 by 100. Directly you can calculate without writing all these steps also. Very simple calculations. Now last one is 60% in geometry. Geometry number of questions are 30 into 60 by 100. Simplify this one. Simplify all these points, very simple. You will get the answer. Two zeros will cancel. Total you are getting 7 from this first value. And these two zeros will cancel. Again you will get 12. And plus. Here it is plus. Then last value again simplify this one. 80. If you add all these things, how much you will get? How much you are getting? 37. 37 is what? So total she attempted, she got this one, and finally she did not pass. How many marks she got? 37, because each question carries only 1 mark. We are considering only 1 mark. But finally she didn't pass the test because she got less than 60%. She got less than 60%. If the 60% she got, she is passed. But she got less than 60%. The number of more questions she would have to answer correctly to earn the 60% of marks is what? How many questions you should attempt to score that 60% of marks? The present, how many marks she got? Only 37. Total is what? 70 questions are there. Each question carries 1 mark. So definitely out of 70, see what percentage she got. So if you want to calculate 60% pass mark, 60 divided by 100 into out of total is what? 70. For 70 we have to calculate 60%. Then what is the difference of this 70 and actual marks what we required? You can find out the difference. Present, for example, I attempted this test. I got 37 marks. How much marks should I get to clear that 60%? What is the total? Not 100. Total is 70. Out of 70, what is the 60%? Simplify this one. 42. If that candidate is scoring 42 marks, she cleared the test. But she scored only 37. What is the difference? 42 minus this 37. Clear guys? Simplify this one, what we are getting? 10, 5. So 5 is the difference. If she is able to attempt another 5 questions, she would have to score qualifying marks, that is 60%. So how many questions? 5 questions is the correct answer. 5 more, yes. 5 more marks is required. 5 more questions is required. Obviously, 37 questions attempted. Yes, Nagadurga, you can see here. 37 questions means I assumed each question carries 1 mark. That means 37 marks only. Either you can take marks, either you can take questions. Only one quantity you have to take. Anything, same you have to take. Maybe questions are marks. That's why questions in the sense I am taking and converting into marks. Right? How many questions you have to attempt? You can take anything. Marks or questions, whatever, no problem. Because one question is equal to 1 mark. We don't have any difference. Now, one more. Try to complete. This is also 2016. Very basic data is there. Everyone should answer very quickly. So tell me guys, everyone is following or not, how you are understanding or not, tell me very quickly. So daily we will discuss every topic from maths as well as reasoning. Everything you can understand very clearly. But you have to understand anytime if you are feeling any difficult or you are not understanding anything, definitely I'll try to explain multiple times also. If you are spending some time here, you have to understand that concept very clearly. Once the concept is completed, you should able to answer all type of questions. Definitely practice questions also will provide. Don't worry about that. Right? Now, just see this question and try to complete. What's the data here? Same. Understanding this data is important. The monthly average salary paid to all the employees of company was, again, percentages and average concept is included here. First they mentioned average. Monthly average salary paid to all the employees of a company was 5,000. This is average. The monthly average salary paid to male and female employees 5,200 and 4,200 respectively. 5,200 and 4,200 both respectively. And then the percentage of males employed in the company is what? So we have to calculate. So total male and female both are there. In male and female case, you take male as a M, female as a F. In this male and female, total how many we don't know. Total males I am considering M, total females I am considering F. Total male and female, how much salary they are getting? Average is 5,000. Average salary of male and female, they are getting 5,000. If you multiply 5,000 into male plus female, total male and female, you will get total salary. Male and female total. Male and female total salary is how much? 5,000 into male plus female, that is you can simplify directly here itself. 5,000 M plus 5,000 F female is equal to, individually if you take the, again this is also average value of individually male and female. If you take only male, how much average they are getting? 5,200. 5,200 into, if you take M, you will get that value. Similarly, 4,200 into F. These two are equal or not? Tell me. A average concept. This is the total average salary male and female is getting. Overall, this is only male persons getting salary. This is female persons getting salary. Male and female, whatever individually getting, if you add that to total, you will get male and female. So we are doing this. These are equation. Simplify this one. Simplify this one. Only single line. If you simplify 5,000 here, if you take this side, remaining 5,200 minus 5,000, you will get directly. Simple calculations are there. So 200 M is equal to 5,000 F, here 4,200 F. What is the difference? 800 F. 800 F. What is the ratio male to female? Simplify this one. How many times? 4 times. 800. So M is equal to, male is equal to 4 times of female. That is, in the ratios also we can note down. Male by female to 4:1 ratio. So this is the ratio male to female. But what is the question? Then the percentage of the males employed in the company. Males you have to find out. If you want to find out male, how to take this particular thing, how to find out the total percentage here. We know the ratios here, so just everyone should calculate this one. Everyone should calculate. Total male and female value, how much we are getting? 4:1. Total how much we are getting? 5. What we have to calculate? Only male. That means you have to take 4. See, if you observe here, from this we are getting 4 divided by 5 into 100. Why we are taking 100? From total, out of 100 percentage, how many males are there? You have to calculate it like this. 4/5 into 100. Why you are taking 4? We are calculating male value. If you know the ratios, if you are calculating this 4 by total parts, how many parts? 5 parts. So 4/5 into 100 total. How many males we are getting? Just tell me very quickly. Simple calculation. You can calculate. It's 80%. Very good. Very good. Clear? 20 times 20 into 4, 80. So 80 is the correct answer. Very good. Everyone got the clarity up to this? Any particular doubts? Tell me guys. Any particular doubts? Any particular doubts in this ages and percentages? In both the topics, we taken different model examples, basic points, and exam model questions, that is UPSC CSAT paper level, all different type of question. I hope if you have a clarity, complete clarity, You can practice some more questions also. Wherever you see these type of questions, try to complete, try to answer very easily. But understanding these basic concepts is very important. So I hope everyone got the complete clarity. If you have doubts, particularly if you have any particular topics you are feeling it difficult in the maths part or reasoning part, tell me that topics also. I will specifically I'll explain more and more clear manner. Every topic I'll explain very clearly. If you have any particular doubts in particular topics, or whatever topics we completed or whatever topics we have left, in that topics also definitely I'll explain more clear manner. But up to this, I hope everyone got the clarity. Let's take one example here. This is a homework. Everyone try to complete this question after the class. I given 2 questions today, but everyone should complete. Very easy. So once you follow all these classes regularly, without any problem, you can score very good marks within a proper limited time. But time management, compared to time management, accuracy matters a lot. So to maintain accuracy, more and more practice is important. Practice regularly all the previous year questions. We are discussing all the questions, you will get the clarity. Along with that questions, definitely you should have some basic concepts about all the topics. For that purpose only, along with this perfect 2021 test series, we are providing these type of concepts of maths as well as reasoning concepts. So based on these concepts, these classes will boost your CSAT paper marks or maybe concepts in the maths and reasoning part. If you have any specific doubts related to this concept, just you can ask. Definitely I'll try to clarify. Clear? So if you don't have any doubts, definitely we'll close the session. Tomorrow also we'll discuss some more topics. But daily we will discuss each and every important concept. But so whenever you're in the class, you have to understand, yes, so everyone is following perfectly and everyone is doing perfectly. Clear? Right guys? So that's it for today. Again, in the next class, we'll discuss some more concepts. You have to attend regularly without missing any class, because whatever concepts and content we are providing, everything is completely up to the UPSC standard level, and everything is very useful manner, in a simple way, easy way, how to clear that qualifying marks, 66 marks or maybe 33% in a simple way from reasoning and maths part. We are providing regularly. You have to utilize that content. But whenever you are in the class, you should be very active. You should be very active. If you ask more doubts, I can explain more points very easy and simple manner. You can understand things, but everyone is following properly. Very good. But you should have more and more interaction. You have to ask your doubts if you have. Still, definitely, I'll try to clarify your doubts. Thank you, friends. Thank you all. Again, we'll meet in the next class tomorrow. Thank you all.